Let's do a walkthrough of the shed. So this is unclean, how it is, how I work out of it right at the moment. I was going to clean it up, but I didn't want to show you a side that is basically a lie. This is how I work out of it, how I run, how I work. I'm not as organized as a lot of people think. I do like the idea of being organized, and I do try my hardest, but just the way my mind works, the amount of things that I like to do, I'm all over the place, always leaving a job before I clean it up and just moving on from project to project. And it just turns into mayhem where I'll end up coming back every month, 2, 3 months maybe, and doing a full-on clean, start fresh, but then it gets back to that stage really quick. So this is the front entrance, and at the moment I'm pretty happy I can actually walk through. What'll happen is I'll just end up doing a lot of stuff, and then I'll start dumping it at the front door. I don't know why. It just happens, not very often, but a lot of the times I cannot get through into here. I have got that out at the moment. That's going to go into the car for tomorrow for work. That's the new setup. If you haven't seen that, check out the last video. But as we come through the main door, a lot of my pack outs there. I've got the tough built stuff still sitting there, not used yet. I'm waiting for those drawers to arrive. They have just landed in the USA, I believe, so really excited about that. Once I get those, I am most likely going to swap the pack out and start running that on site. So I'm really excited for that. Then we've got the shelving, which I had in the last house. That's pretty much all the lawn stuff. Haven't been using it because the house isn't finished, but it's all there, ready to go. Shelving is definitely one thing that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I want to clarify as well, this shed is, I'm trying to work out of it, but we're still doing the renovation. So haven't even started renovating the shed. It's going to get fully decked out. We are going to go shelving and all sorts of organization in here. We're going to insulate it as well because it is hot, but this is just what I'm working with in the meantime. So as we come through, we have got the drawers. If you've been around long enough, I think I did a video where I made these for the last house. This was one of my first drawers I've ever made. I wouldn't say it's great. I was supposed to put some front pieces of nice timber and then swap it with a nice piece of finished timber on top as well, and then put handles on it, but never got around to that. So here's what we're looking at. This is, yeah, they've just turned into like a chuck box. Nothing's really organized. There is gear everywhere. Got a brad nail. I could probably get rid of that now. I don't think I'll really use it again. And there's just bits and pieces, equipment, gloves, glue, regs. And as you can see, they don't slide as nice. The way I've done it is just pieces of timber like that. I have seen where they've checked it out in there and then extended this, and it slides in a lot better. So definitely learnt a lot doing this one. That's what it's all about. All timber bits and pieces. We've got chisels, hole saws, Craig bits, screwdrivers, heaps of screwdrivers, still got plenty of those ones. If you do find them from Aldi, they come out once or twice a year. I bought these for about $8 a set. They are insulated, not too bad at all, but I think they're about $12 these days, which for an insulated screwdriver set is bloody cheap. And then the last drawer, just got more stuff. Test tags, battery holders, yeah. Then we'll move over to here. So this is pretty clean at the moment. I've got the whole store kit. I was just getting some of them out for work. And so something I've discussed quite a lot lately on Instagram is anything, I've found out that anything that is some sort of a work spot, a bench, platform, it could be almost anything. As you can see all up here on the sides, anything that I can put stuff on will become a shelf. It's just inevitable. And usually this is absolutely covered. And then I run out of workspace and I have to make up something new. So that's definitely something I'm trying to work on, and we'll try to be more organized this year so we do have workspaces. But in here at the moment, just storage, a lot of the larger pieces, the Milwaukee battery snake, boxes. Yeah, nothing too exciting. Go up onto the wall and we have stuff everywhere. At the moment, there's no system, it's just whatever fits. Got all my clamps up there, they're somewhat organized. Anything that has a magnet, absolutely fantastic to go up there. Pack out pieces, Hilti bits fit onto these. That's where these really come into effect. If you haven't seen these are gator mounts. They are magnetic and you just release them like that. So they're everywhere, got one there, there. They're all up there holding the snakes. Even the Ryobi Scarify is held up by them. We've got a few up there, was hanging stuff up there. Down here we've got the Makita vac, and as we come down the middle here, I don't have lighting in here still. Power is sitting over there, ready to be run in, but that's a fair way down the track. So we do use this one quite a lot. That's actually a mate of mine, Steve's, so thanks to Steve for that. The other lighting we'll have a look at in a minute, but once again, table. It's a good little work table. That is from Armor Guard. Same brand as the sight box, which I've had on site quite a few times. I'm almost thinking about taking it back onto site now. But as you can see, stuff everywhere, stuff I'm working on. Made this one not long ago because I was losing all my 1/4" shank bits. So the idea is that they go sit in there. That one doesn't really fit that well because it's got the end on it. But yeah, these just sit in there and that way I know where they are. They're not going to fall out. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. It was just an idea I was running with. You can see a couple of different ones I had. Usually on this table is things I'm reviewing, things I'm doing, making posts about. Another trial I've started. Just wanted to start making like some sort of a screwdriver. So it's literally just a mock-up, that's why it's not the greatest shape. But as you can see, that goes in there. I wanted to see if I could make a bit. So that's actually a PH2 bit. So that fits in there. There you go. And if you didn't know, which I might even cover on another video, I do 3D printing. Like as you can see, I've got 4 machines there. I've got another 2 over there. Do that pretty much full time. Absolutely love it. And it's just another outlet for myself to create stuff, which is what I love to do. So then we've got this setup, which is the Veto wheeler. So this is just sitting there. Usually this has a lot of the stuff I've been using for the house, but haven't needed it as much, and I did take it on the site. So I've got to get a few items out of here, put it into the pack out, but that'll get put away very soon. Over to the pack out wall. This drives me nuts, but it just is what it is. I obviously have a lot of pack out. I bought a lot of these originally to actually make a boat out of. I started doing it, haven't got it in the water. That was another video from a long time ago. So I have utilized those for bits and pieces, a lot of equipment from like the painting gear, brushes and all that. Then we've got roof screws, saw blades. They are all labeled. Nails. Most of the stuff I don't use very often at all. So it's all in there. Pipe bends, all the F-sets that I've got to do a review on, electrical, and there's 1 or 2 that has just a few other items. It's an absolute pain in the ass to get the stuff out. I hate having stuff in drawers and in boxes. If you didn't know, I think, what's his name? Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He has his own YouTube channel. And I definitely agree with him that anything that goes into a drawer or a box goes to die. It just goes missing. You forget that it's there. It's not right in front of you. And I definitely rather that way of thinking where everything is laid out in front of you. So that's what I'm going to be moving forward to in the future, is making up some different layouts where I can see everything and I have everything laid out, and that way I won't lose things, forget things. Like I don't know where half the stuff is now because of all the moving, the renovating. I've got stuff at my in-laws place, I've got stuff in those drawers, those boxes, those drawers, other places that I probably don't even remember. But it's all a learning process, we're all getting there. Like up here, I absolutely love having this set up here. It is quite pricey, the pack out stuff, but it just works. It just all clicks together. We've got all our batteries down here, chargers over here, all the Milwaukee gear mostly. We've got a few other items here and there. Over here, I wasn't sure if I would ever use these, and they have really come in handy. As I said, it's all out in the open. Most of those I don't use, they're just for show, but they're right there. All my bits, all these little buckets are good. That one's actually really good for my saw, I do like that. Tape, another setup there, pack out there, bit of Ryobi in there, my 101 fish tapes, what do you call them, tongues, a few other bits of pack out up there. And then we've got this setup. If everyone remembers the old racket, this is an absolutely fantastic system. This was put into my last shed, which was only 3x3. This is a 6x6. Is it 6x6? 6x8. No, 6x6. And so I did utilize that for the printers. Works fantastic. And as you can see, it fits the 4 nicely in there with a little bit of a gap. Plus up there, all my filament fits in there. I have put magnets, these ones here, just for little bits and pieces for working on the printers. So there's my scraper. A few of these I use because I print stuff for the saws themselves, but I think that works really well. Got a few other items, a torch, magnet, so I do magnet holders. Then up the top, we've got a lot of the gear I don't use often. So a lot of the bags, boxes, most of them are all empty, just keeping the boxes like a hoarder. The old vac. In the drawers, I was keeping a lot of the batteries in here. There's no real setup at the moment. I'm halfway through this one, as you can see. If anything, I'll probably get rid of most of those. Few tools, few items. So this is all my printer stuff, really. All extras, bits and pieces, replacements. And then down here is all the extras. We can throw that one back up there. So this is all the stuff for printing. Yeah, just bits and pieces, really. All magnets, stuff, and more stuff. So then under here, got a few items, the Makita microwave, a couple of bags, stock. These are the items I print. These are the magnet holders, so I put these together. And this is the older version. Doesn't have my label on it. And the magnet just clips into there like so. Keeps it safe. You know where it is, and it won't collect all those shavings that they always pick up. So that just clips to your bag or your belt. What else? We've got a bit of AG gear down there. That's a bag of AG I pull out now and then. Then we've got our extras, a few bits of timber. That's got to go into the mud room. Yeah, it's just sort of random bits and pieces, a couple of old doors. Then we've got this shelf. This is a pretty old shelf, just one of those Bunnings specials. And yeah, just more boxes, bits and pieces, DeWalt, Ramset gear, a few of these are quite handy. They're just a lot of stickers and bits and pieces. We've got fixings in the old Tactics box, power supply, all our WD-40 sprays. What else? We've got the regs down there, cable, the Cat 6, my old toolbox. And then as we get closer to this side, a lot of this is just stock for my online store. If you didn't know, I sell tools, other items, bits and pieces. So a lot of this is stock. We'll hover over some of it. Not all of it's kept here. This is just sort of extras. We've got a few bags up there. Milwaukee, we've got a Ramset box, 2 Klein tool bags up there, a little Hilti case. As you can see, more of those gator hooks. They're just fantastic. They're so easy to put up and down. What else we got? Just gear and more gear. Got heaps and heaps of marvels. They're the Japanese ones. There's all the couple of the different vessel electric screwdrivers. The red marvels. Screwdrivers. Bits. These are the lights I use. They're almost on full time. These are actually studio lights, obviously, if you can tell. These are only off Amazon. I think they're like $100 for the 2, and they've lasted years. I've just got one hanging up there, one there. They are really good for YouTube lighting. Like if I turn around, you can see a big difference They are absolutely fantastic. They're definitely needed if you're doing any YouTube, but obviously I'm using it just to light up the whole shed, especially at night. And then we've got the old middle table. If you'll remember, did I do a video on that? But you've all seen it at the old shed. It just fit in there. It's crazy how much bigger this is, but how full it is again. This just fit in the last shed. It was perfect for it. It's on caster wheels. It's definitely held up. I'm pretty happy with how I put it together, but obviously it's not much of a workbench. It's full up again. A lot of my tools are down there, so I cannot wait to go through and finally clean these up and get them more organized off the, well, they're not on the ground, they're out of the way, but just more organized. Then we go to the table, printed that one the other day. If you haven't seen much 3D printing stuff, absolutely love that one. Track saw, been using that a lot, so that's why that's out. We've just got more bits and pieces. They're the Stanley sheaths for the saws. Cable combs, all these have to be put together. More bits and pieces. We've got the saw, I've got to do a bit of a cleanup on that one, used it the other day. Got the compressor, that's the Chicago one. So we've got the other two printers, they're not going just at the moment. I was using them for some R&D this morning. We've got, that's all my PLA. So if you didn't know, with 3D printing, you've got different filaments, which is what that is, different plastics, let's say that. This is PLA. All of that is PETG. That's what I primarily used. So that's just sort of sitting there for other prints. We've got a bit of Coro up there from the build. Down here, we've just got a lot of the packable gear, which is what I did a review on the other day with the pack out accessories. More gear, more stuff for the store. Those are going to go into the patio once that goes up. Paint. We've got the the Milwaukee, well, I was about to say pack out, but it's actually not pack out compatible. This is, oh, I don't know how many years old now. It must be over 10 years old. It was a promotional item. If we click on the side there, still got the manual and instructions. It is remote control. The remote's just here. I was charging it the other day, but I don't think the battery, no, I think the battery's dead, so I've got to swap that over. We'll keep going. Cylinder mower, keen to get that going. It's still running. I started it not long ago. It's the old Rover. Once the lawn out the front's done, we'll get there. Other than that, it's just a bit of camping gear, fishing gear, weights. And if you did notice, this was something I made at the start of the shed when I had just done the shed. Didn't have any shelving, so we did get that done, and it's lasted. It's got a lot of weight up there. It was just banged together, a couple of nails here and there. Definitely worked out all right. It was all timber used from the house, so it didn't cost me much. And so I'm obviously not doing much woodwork or making too many things at the moment in here, which is what I really want to start aiming at soon. But once we get the renovation done, I should be able to get onto that again, which is what I used to do a lot more of. But at the moment, the workspace is working, getting all the 3D prints done, and getting all my reviews done, all my videos, and obviously it's storing half the gear for a lot of my work. But at the moment, I'm chasing any ideas on how to make this better in the future. It will be changing. We'll be trying to get rid of a lot of the stock, so a lot of the stock will be gone, and we'll be making this into a proper workspace. So there you have it, my chaotic shed. It sort of works, but it'll be sending a lot of people crazy right now. I know people with OCD are probably they're probably turned off. But hit me up with any ideas, any information on some good organization tips, and we'll see what we can do in the future. I'm really excited to get this all cleaned up, all organized, and show you what we come up with.